Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, we like to test things out, new emulation, new devices, and things like that. And so we got the Abxylute today. Had it for a week, and I think it's time we go ahead and start with some emulation. So we're gonna cut it on. I have did an unboxing video already, so if you hadn't caught that, make sure you go back and catch that video. So today we're gonna do emulation. A few things. I got everything that I could possibly think of that for emulation from PS2 on down, PSP, 3DS, as you can see, PS Vita, things like that. If you want to try to do PS Vita, you can't. There's no way to put PS Vita on here. I done tried and put the Vita 3K emulator on here. It crashes every time. Same with the regular Citra. I had to go with Citra MMJ because regular Citra it worked one time and then it crashed after that. So you can't put PS Vita, so don't expect to play in PS Vita. You can stream PS Vita from your PC to this, so I mean you can stream all your emulators to this if you don't want to put emulation on here. And I'll show that in another future video, just like I'm gonna show you. I'm probably gonna break this in a couple parts because it's probably gonna be a long video. So we're gonna probably break this into two videos of emulation. First part for what can, and the second part for what can't. So PS Vita is a no. 3DS is also a no, but I have found one or two games that have played on here. I'm not gonna say they play perfect. Like they run, but it doesn't run well. Let's just say that. Super Mario Maker runs perfectly well, but since you can't access the Me channel and stuff, you can't even play that game at all. Which I'm gonna pull it up right quick and let you see. Hopefully you can see. I had to turn the brightness down so you guys can see a little bit better on the screen. Keep moving this over here. As you can see, it's running 60 frames per second, but because there's no personal me character, I can't play this game. So I'm going to have to exit out of that one. Mario Kart. Let's see which one. This is the one I need. For some reason, screen go black for some reason, so you gotta try to fight finagle. I don't know why it does this. For some reason, you gotta keep pushing spamming buttons. It just does that. I don't know why it does that, but it does that. As you can probably hear in the background with the stud of the music. Let's just pick Mario for now. As you can hear it in the background. If you can hear it, its sound quality is horrible. So 3DS to me is not a playable system on here. I mean, it runs, as you can see, and maybe later on in future updates and stuff like that, just like how the Steam Deck, maybe we might be able to play 3DS on here one day. But for now, I see no. It just sounds horrible. Yeah, see, it just sounds horrible. I'm gonna turn that down for a second. That just sounds horrible. As you can see, it's running though, 15 frames per second. It does run, it does work, but I mean, it's horrible. Did you want to play it like this? Hey, I mean, that's up to you. You can do it. It's playable, but I suggest not to do that. So, as you can see, that's not playable. Now, Persona Q2 is actually playable. This is the only 3DS game that I saw that was playable. Every other game, no. But as you can see, this runs at 30 frames, and it actually runs. I don't know if we're gonna pull up my load from yesterday. Nah, I didn't say anything yesterday. I'm just gonna type in a random name. Not like I'm gonna save it, so. But yeah, for some reason, Persona Q2 is the only one that actually runs with no issue. But as you can see, it runs. Now, how the gameplay goes, I don't know for sure. I hadn't got to that far in it, but alright, so 3DS as a whole, not really playable. As you can see, that's 3 games. Each emulator gonna have about 3 games I have put on there, so we're gonna go from there. Alright, so the next thing that's not really playable is Dolphin Emulator, which is GameCube and Wii. As you can see, I got 3 games on here. Now they run, so I'm not gonna say they're not playable. It just because to me they're not playable if they're not running at the right speed. See, Mali GPU, OpenGL. I should probably put this on Vulkan. I have to go back to the settings and see if I can use Vulkan. I think it did the settings. Actually, let's see if I go back and change the settings on here and see if I can use Vulkan. See, that's the thing, I don't see the settings. Let's see, edit game settings. Graphics settings, OpenGL, Vulkan. Vulkan works better than OpenGL, but it's surprising OpenGL did work. Okay, see, that looks a lot better. If you get the easier games to run and emulate, yeah, you can play them, but like I said, it's not meant for it to be running these kind of games and stuff. But as you can see, it's running. I didn't tend to put the frames per second on this, but I don't want to have to go back now. Now, Citra, if you want to try to do Citra and find some easy to run games for the 3DS, use the Citra MMJ side loaded to the system. I'm going to tell you what systems where you got to get them from. Dolphin Emulator, I got it straight off the Google Play Store. I mean, the video running pretty well, so maybe the gameplay might run well. I haven't tried this game out yet, since, you know, I've just been trying to get everything ready. there's the buttons on here. I gotta go back and configure them later. 3DS it kind of registered automatically as an Xbox 360 controller, but for some reason GameCube hasn't, so I have to go back and figure that out. Oh, look like Pikmin does run. Okay, so GameCube might be a runnable game. If you get some of the easier games to run, yeah, it looks like GameCube is an actual runnable system. Surprising. So that's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. I was assuming under the impression that it wouldn't run, but it actually runs, as you can see it running. Now, how much is running, I can't tell, but you know, that's pretty good. So let's try WarioWare. Let's see WarioWare runs still pretty good. Okay, so they got a frames per second now for this. Because we're at the beginning of the game, so of course that's gonna run 60. And you know, just skip it through just to get through the games to see if it's actually running or not. As you can see, it is running 60 frames per second. I'm not really. Oh no, I'm just playing horribly on here. Oh well. The main thing was to see if it ran. I wasn't really trying. I mean, you can see my hands are using the screen. I'm not really trying as hard. Animal Crossing, and this will be the last GameCube game. So as far as I see, GameCube actually does run on this system, surprisingly, as it being a lower GPU. Now here you can see how it has this effect that lower CPU and GPU. Alright, so we're gonna go on and leave out that. So as you can see, GameCube does run. If you get the easier games, you can run some games on it, but we're not gonna say it's made for GameCube, but it does run. Alright, so PSP time. PSP I downloaded from the Google Play Store, but you gotta be careful with this system because for some reason it deletes some of the emulators off and I have to go back and re-download. I don't know if it's a bug that they need to go back and fix. So hopefully somebody will let them know. If they don't, I'll try to find a way to let them know that they got a couple of bugs that they need to fix on the on this system.
Ridge Racer, are you ready? Proceed with the verb choices.
As I would expect PSP to work really well, so there shouldn't be no issues for PSP.
Please select course. Please select Madame Pierre, main intermediate ready to race. Oh, yeah. Three, two, one, go! 3 laps to go. Okay, let's go.
exit out of that one. It does run with it well. Okay, go with the games. Then you got Patapon. I'm mainly just gonna go through these pretty fast so you can see that it does work, and you can tell that it works. But I'm not gonna run through it too long because the video will be too long. I already want to try to, because I got a lot of emulation on here. That's why I said I want to try to split these at least no longer than 2 parts. Alright, as you can see, PSP does run really well on this system. So PSP is a yes. It's a definite yes. They did have a few stutters in Ridge Racer, but that's probably from the shaders caching. So GameCube and PSP, yes, you can play GameCube if you have easier GameCubes to play. PSP definitely is playable. Citra, like I said, if you can find certain games for it, it is playable, but for the most part, no. RetroArch is what I use for the most of them, but we'll go to RetroArch later. Redream for the Dreamcast. Also got this off the Google Play Store. Crazy Taxi.
It's party time. Let's have some fun. Alright, let's go make some crazy money. Go ahead and pick a car and drive. We gonna have some fun. Hey, it's time to make some crazy money. Are you ready? Here we go. Yeah.
You'll be alright. Alright, so it doesn't run 60 frames per second, but it is still playable. Alright, so let's go back in, Redream. Get you a little Marvel vs. Capcom.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Lab of Sonic Adventure.
File select. Story select. Attention all units. Suspects heading south. Off all major roads. Capture the suspect.
As you can see, it runs, but it's not running at the 60 frames. It's running like 45. So, I mean, you can still play it. It's still playable, but it's not the highest frames that you can possibly get off of it. So, let's keep on going with Nintendo 3DS. I mean, Nintendo DS, I'm sorry. Come on. It's taking so long. It's supposed to already been loaded in though. I haven't been back on this emulator in a while since I've been on here. You got Soul Silver, Yoshi Island. Let's try Yoshi Island. The only thing I hate about these emulators, especially off the Google Play Store, they come with these ads. They be having these ads in these emulators unless you buy the actual emulator. I'm not gonna buy it because it's supposed to be free anyway. Do you like the neighbor sound? Yes, it's 3 and 5. We know. Alright, it's taking a little too long to get to the gameplay, but as you can see, it runs, so I'm not gonna sit there and say it probably don't. It probably runs the same like Sonic, like probably 45 frames or 50 frames per second, but we're gonna have to move it along. We ain't try not to hold everybody's time up with these videos. Alright, so let's go back to alright, this game, Pokemon Soul Silver. Let's see how this runs. Like I said, it takes too long to get in some of the stuff, so that's why we're skipping ahead. And let's try Naruto again. Got a new, different Naruto, not the same exact Naruto. I gotta get these buttons configured in the system a little bit better. I only had it for a week, so y'all have to forgive me for that part, but I still got a lot more work to finish out on this. Exactly. But within a week, I mean, I done got everything streaming wise and emulation wise I need.
Round one. Fight.
Alright, so there's another DS because I'm tired of the ads. Yeah, but if you can find a better DS emulation, then go for it. But if not, yeah, buy it or whatever. So that's DS N64. Well, as you can see, I already had started this game. Alright, that's one now. That's good enough. Good enough. DD Works, Conquer Bad Fur Day, F-Zero. I don't have to save on here. Alright, we're gonna exit out with that. And one last game for this. And then I'm gonna have to end the video on this because I think this is long enough for the first part of emulation. And then we can start on the next part.
Welcome to training mode. Let's practice the basics.
Oh well. But as you can see, it does run as well. And that'll take care of the N64. Alright, so I think we did a pretty good number on the first few sets. We started off with Citra 3DS, and as you can see, it only ran the games. It didn't crash or anything like that, so that's a good sign. But it only played the Persona Q2. Dolphin did run as long as you had some easier to emulate games. PSP ran really well for the most part. Region ran really well. Super Nintendo or Super DS, it did run pretty decent, and the N64 games did run pretty decent as well. So that'll be it for that first video. If you enjoyed the emulation showcase on this gameplay, check the next few videos that's coming out for it. Like I said, we're gonna run through a couple episodes of this, so that way you can see at least a few games in each category, and then that way you can determine whether you want to get one or not. But if you're trying to get this for emulation, the emulation is just a bonus because the CPU and GPU and the chip that's on the inside of this system is not the strongest chip. You can always go get a Retro Pocket 3 or Ammonec R4 or 5M, and those are more for emulation. But the fact that this does run some emulation on it is pretty impressive, and I like it. But I mainly got it for the streaming purpose, which I'll make a video on the streaming stuff a little later on. So if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe as always. And until I catch you guys in the next video, peace.